Andrew Lloyd Webber was left totally devastated by the loss of his son Nick, who died of gastric cancer last month aged 43, and he has now shared his despondent feelings in an essay devoted to him. He penned it just days after Nick died at a hospital, where he was being cared for as he battled both cancer and pneumonia. The award-winning composer had been asked to write a piece for the New York Times just before the final Broadway show of Phantom of the Opera, and naturally, the bereft father dedicated it to his son, saying that he felt wrong in my bones to be discussing Broadway days after his son's death. He lamented, "Nothing's worse for a parent than the death of a child." He began his essay with the words, "An apple a day, if well aimed, keeps the doctor away." The composer explained he'd been speaking in P.G. Wodehouse quotes with his eldest son, as he attempted to distract him from the horrific situation at the hospice. "Here's one for you," said Nick, laughing. He had surmised that, after bulletins from New York, his father, as Wodehouse might have put it, was less than gruntled. Andrew wrote, "Has anybody ever seen a dramatic critic in the daytime? Of course not. They come out after dark, up to no good." The sorrowful star continued, "We hugged and said our goodbyes. The next day, my son died." The tragic loss rounded off what Andrew had described in his essay as a season of goodbyes. Nick had been showing promise in his father's profession, after he followed in his footsteps and composed Fat Friends the musical, and naturally Andrew had been immensely proud. His connections with his famous dad also helped him with personal as well as professional achievements, as had met his wife Polly Wiltshire after she appeared on the soundtrack of Andrew's 2019 version of Cats. Nick also composed film scores for the BBC One drama Loves, Lies and Records and a film adaptation of The Little Prince. On Monday, Andrew dedicated the final Broadway performance of Phantom of the Opera to his beloved late son, as the curtain finally closed on the show after a legendary 35-year run. It was revealed in that emotional moment that Nick had been present, as a child, while his father wrote the now world-famous music. Trending.